There's 24 hours in a day, but people's mornings start at different times. When your morning starts and when your day ends determines how much time you have in a day. Sleep is important. It's very vital, especially if you're an athlete or do something that requires strenuous labor. But for a vast majority of people, they weren't that lucky or they don't have that life. When you have to deal with 24 hours in your day, how much time are you wasting? How much time do you have committed to something already? If you're 18 or just graduating high school, you have the most time you will ever have in your life. What you have right now, if you're younger, is something you're going to lose. There's no way around it. And as soon as you can get that into your mind, you're going to be able to thrive in the world that takes the time away from you. If you're in your later in life, like even your 30s, maybe you have kids, you wake up, you go to your job, maybe it's 9 to 5, maybe it's not. When you're working for those hours, then you have to get there, you need to make food. If you want to have a nice family, then you have to probably spend time with them. You have all these investments, you need to make meals, you need to spend time with your partner. You have all these investments in you, which is time. An investment isn't something that's money. The only thing you can't get back is time. And when you're investing your time into these things and you're not seeing a payoff, or there's nothing that signifies you should continue, it feels disheartening. And you need to get it into your mind that the time you have is finite. It is not an infinite time. What you can do in that time is infinite though. You have a set amount of time from the time you're born to the time you die. And whatever you can accomplish in that is what you can do. There's nothing that says once you get to this milestone, life's gonna get easier. Life will be better. Once you get $1 million, it'll be easy. If you start a family, it'll be good. If you get some partner, it'll be so much easier. Nothing like that exists. It's always infinite because especially with people, they have their own timeline. And if you're not a part of it, you need to get out of there and you need to set your own standards. The time that you have is finite. It's a lot easier to understand that when you're later in life or when you have those set deadlines. If you want to play a professional sport, you can't start doing that when you're 60. You need to do it from the time that you're born up until you're about 30. That's all the time you have. And in that time, how much time are you wasting? How much time do you see people on their phone doing absolutely nothing, just scrolling through? How much time are people commuting and just listening to music? They're not listening to a podcast or an audiobook to better their mind. They are wasting time. They're allowing different chemicals in their brain to signify, oh, this is what I want and this is the easiest way to get it. Dopamine is the chemical in your brain that is released when you are on a chase. It's the same thing that cocaine stimulates. It is a feeling that, oh, okay, this is good. We're on the process to getting something. And you are then rewarded for it. The process is what rewards you. You shouldn't feel something at the end. You shouldn't enjoy the result. You should enjoy the process because that's what your mind is meant to do. The end goal doesn't matter. Your process does. And if you can look at your process and see how much time you're wasting that you're not getting there, you're going to rethink how you're acting. When you have that ambition, I want that 1% life. That 1% life isn't even what's going to make you happy, what's going to allow you to just let your problems go away. There's still problems. Every level of life has problems, but they are just shifted. They are different. And when you experience those problems for the same amount of time, they're going to be just as significant to your mind. They're going to be just as difficult to deal with. What you need to do is you need to make your problems surmountable. You need to know what your goal is. You need to be passionate about it because you don't have all the day to figure it out. You have maybe 3 hours in a day that you can really work towards your passion. And your passion isn't just, I want money, I want this, I want some material object, I want some immaterial feeling. Your passion has to be more than that. It's your life. What is your life about? Why do you get up in the morning? When do you get up in the morning? Is it for the why? Is it for the I have to? Whatever you do, be passionate about it, because if you're not passionate, you're going to get nowhere. And when you get nowhere over a long period of time, you're not going to be happy with yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that will continue to make you happy in the long term. Don't trade short-term happiness for long-term gain, because it is an infinite life just in a set time.